Alright. Here we go again. Oh boy. Here we go once again. Hey everybody! It's, me, the Clone Wars, once again. And, today we're going to do another Incredibox review. Yes, I am still doing these. Not because I honestly want to, but because sometimes I gotta do them just for the sake of you know checking the quality of some of these things. So yeah, today we're going to reviewing a mod that had came out once back at last year in summer, I think. And it kind of got a bit criticized for, like, some of the sounds were not being right, and transition sounds playing at, like, one loop, and then another loop, they don't play at all, and stuff, and all that stuff. So, the creator, Signtile, has decided to rework everything about this mod. And now that we are here, let's take a look at it. See what has improved, you know? Alright, so before we start, let's look at the credits here, because that's one of the things that I gotta do for this for these reviews. Alright, so thank you for playing Signbox, developed by Signtile, the creator of Runners himself. Well, the mod of it. Once again, this mod is an adaptation of one of Incredible Polo's Ages song. In fact, it's one of my favorites. Runners. Yeah, fun fact, Runners, honestly, it has became my favorite Incredibox mod. And at first, when this mod came out, just like some people, I didn't like it. I didn't like how this mod tried to adapt the original song. Like it was an okay adaptation. It wasn't bad like Lex Slim's Deep Blue mod or anything, but it wasn't exactly great, just like the original, if you ask me. But of course, to many other members of this community, they think this mod is a masterpiece, even though it still has flaws. But whatever, let's still look at the credits here. So, director, Signtile, the guy who made all of this, designed Buritiach. I don't know how you, if that's how you even pronounce that. Loading, Zane? Okay. And Signtile himself. Sounds, Signtile, College Knowledge, once again, the voices behind the Deep Blue mod that Lex Slim made a year ago. Soviet Fudge, this guy who helped Lex Slim make the Deep Blue mod, and also maybe Into the Pit, but I don't remember. Animations, Guntail, Signtile, Lucasto. Is that how you say this name? Lucasto? I don't know. Bonus animations, Signtile, once again. Former members, Lex Slim, because he's, for some reason, isn't here, nor is King Comrade for some reason, which is weird. But whatever. Anyways, Runners. Let's see if this mod improved itself. Shall we? So, yeah. So, we can already see that there's a lot of changes in, there's already, like, a little bit of changes. Like, first we got the icons themselves. Like beat 4 is now this mask thing, and beat 5 is this. I don't know what this is. Uh, Effect 5 has this weird crystally effect on it. Melody 4 is this helmet thing. Voice 1 is that. And voice 5 is that. So we can already tell that they've made a little bit of changes, but how much changes did they made? Well, let's find out. Let's start with the kick. Okay. Did it just... Okay. All right, it's a simple kick. Honestly, they didn't need to change it. The design itself is still okay, even like after a few months later. I don't like how it shaped it though. The cap itself is fine, but the shirt, I don't know, could be shaped it a lot more better. Well, what about this guy? Okay. It's just another okay change. Once again, they didn't need to change it, but whatever. Alright, what about you? Okay, for some reason he has a lot of reverb. Alright. Oh, wow. Alright. Ooh. Okay, now this change is kind of fruitful. I like his design and the mask he has. Like previously before, this guy used to look like he used to be like this guy with a fancy hat and glasses, and all he did was just made the cymbal sound out of his mouth, which obviously doesn't even make sense at all, because how would he do that? But this time we got a cooler looking design with like the mask with like a gas max, so that it would honestly make a lot more sense to why the cymbal sounds are made. It's from his breathing mask, which makes a lot more sense. Oh, and he's also okay. And also he's like now part transition sound. So part transition sound and part cymbals. Okay, nothing bad. Okay, what is this guy? Why do you sound exactly like one of the beats from Pop Zay? Specifically that one that is tribal looking. Why is this beat needed? I don't know. It kind of sounds weird. Let's go all of them. Alright. Okay. So, going through this territory, I gotta say that the beats haven't changed that much. I mean, like, in design terms, like, these three didn't change that much. They still look alright, I guess. Still fruitful to look at, like, through the colors, but I mean, come on, that doesn't save this mod from the quality of it. But yeah, overall, the beats are kind of okay. Like, I don't know why the kick sound needed to change, nor this clap snare sound, or this guy, which he has reverb now for some reason. I do like the new design for Beat 4 now. since it makes more sense than the last one, since he was just doing it with his mouth. But it now makes more sense here. And he's also part transition, which is kind of fruitful. I also like how he has this weird. What is this thing? What is this thing he has attached to his torso? What is that? Is that like a green gun thing? Or is that some type of apple juice filter thing? Or is that like an extra oxygen thing in case if his mask doesn't work? I don't know. The only changes that I kinda don't like the most is Beat 5, both in terms of design and sound. Like, why does this one look like trying to look as like more cutesy like Beat 3's mask thing? Like, number one, like the original Beat 5, the downtown looking guy, he played his sound alright. Like, he wasn't really needed in the mod either, but at least he like played like a fruitful, crucial role. This one is just, I don't know, a Pop Zay sound. Like, why would you add a sound that it would more so make sense in a mod like Pop Zay rather than a emotional, deaf, melancholic song like Runners? That doesn't make sense at all. Also, what's with the what's with the shirt in this cute face here? Is that Japan? I don't know. That looks so Japanese inspired for some reason. But yeah, overall the beats are okay. They haven't changed that much. All right, now effects. All right, this one hasn't changed except for animation and maybe the bass sound, which, by the way, it still makes kick sounds. And before you people say it, yes, I know it's an 808 bass type sound, but once again, that doesn't give it the excuse of having kick sounds in bass sounds, because it honestly makes this guy kind of useless, since you can just use effect 1 and not beat 1. Notice how hecking similar these guys' kick sounds are. Like, why the heck would you want to... Like, seriously, why the heck would you want to use beat 1 when you can just use effect 1, since it does both the kick job and the bass job? Like, it kind of makes beat 1 look useful. Not useful. The opposite of that. Useless compared to this guy. Why the heck would you add kick sounds in a bass? That doesn't make sense through, in category terms. In category of sounds terms. Like, I don't know why. Like, why even add kick sounds? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of a bit weird. Yeah, but and also the design itself, I still do not like. Like, why make him look blocky-ish with like 3 weird purple leaves coming out of him? Like, that one base design from the first the first teaser of Runners, the first ever teaser of Runners, had like a way cooler design. Like, why change it to this? It kind of looks kind of a bit lame, honestly. Alright, anyways, let's shut up bass. Or 808 bass, whatever. Alright. Let's see what this one is about. Okay, he sounds a lot more piano-ish. Kinda, I don't think it fits at all. I don't think it fits at all. Why the heck does he sound a lot louder now? Why does this guy sound louder now? Like, what was the problem with him back at the original version of this mod? Like, he sounded fine before, but why make him louder this time? Okay, that was alright. Alright. Wow, that sounds fruitful. He kind of fits... Okay. Yeah, honestly, this is like the only times where I have to give credit to this mod. Like, it actually adds a new sound that isn't, like, as purposeless as, you know, Effect 2. Like, this one actually has purpose. Like, I don't like the design. Like, I feel like the design could have used a lot more work since it's just a shadow being with crystals on it. Yeah, but whatever. Okay. Now that actually sounds cool. Except Effect 2 doesn't work this time. Get out of here. Okay. So overall, the effects are also fine. Like, once again, I have to give credit. I like how they made Effect 5 to be this wondrous melody sound. Even though that in of itself doesn't make any sense, because, like, why does this effect sound more like a melody than an effect? Like Effect 5 doesn't sound like a like Effect 5 doesn't sound like an effect at all. Yeah, Effect 2 is still kind of useless. He's just sounds like a piano now, and honestly, he sounded like fine before, but I don't know, he still sounds lame. Effect 1 hasn't changed that much, except for animation. Effect 3 is, for some reason, loud. I still don't like the design of Effect 4. Especially how he does his riser whistle sound at loop 2. Like, it doesn't sound like as like an engineering, like it sound like how it sounded back in the original Runner song. It's just a whistle, and I don't like that. And also, the design itself, like the torso design, looks very inconsistent. Like one side looks a bit messy and normal, average boys' schoolish like, and then the other side is like this fancy suit thing. Like, why the heck design him that way? Like, it's just kind of looks a bit off to look at. Like, very off. Oh yeah, and also Effect 3's design is also alright. I would have preferred if his hat design is changed, since it's just a copy of the original Incredibox's assets, but whatever. So yeah, the effects are also fine. Except for Effect 5. Effect 5 is like the best one. Alright, now melodies. Alright. I like how he doesn't sound distorted this time. Okay, for some reason Melodies 2 has changed. I don't see the reason why you would change Melodies 2's sounds. Alright. I like this sound. Even though it's kinda a bit off and weird, but I'm okay with that. Okay. It doesn't sound like a crystalish sound, it's just a digital... Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, calm down. Oh, and also... this problem as well, but whatever. Alright, last melody sound. Okay, this one is a bit annoying. Like, I get it's supposed to recreate the original sound, but this doesn't sound fruitful. Alright. Alright. So, I gotta say that, the melodies are a bit worse when, than how they sounded back at the, original version of this mod. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the original, like, how they originally sounded at the previous, at the original version of this mod, were not that great either. But at least, like, Melody 2 sounded a lot more, you know, charming and fruitful and energetic, kind of. I still do not like how they're designed, except for Melody 4 now, which is he's now like an actual astronaut than what he looked at like before. Like, before he did not look at like an astronaut at all. He just looked at like some random guy with technology on him. But here he actually kind of looks like one, you know? He actually looks a bit like an astronaut. But the other designs I don't like. Like, this, this Melody 2... Melody 2 is named Radio, even though the thing that is strapped on his head does not act like a radio at all. It does not look like a radio. That is misleading, even for you, Scientile. Like, that does not look like a radio. That looks like a random headset device that got strapped onto this Incredible Polo's face. Now he's making these melody sounds. I honestly preferred if Melody 2's sound just stayed the way that it was. But I don't know. It's just okay, I guess. I like how Melody 1's sound has changed. He's like way less distorted. I don't like how he's still designed, because once again, how the heck does he make that digital sound with only his mouth? You could have just, you know, designed him to look like a computer or something, or like a robot at least. Same with these two. Like, this guy is just making his has this thing on his head to make the electronic sound. Same with this guy. He's just a guy with a piano like device on him. Even though you could have just redesigned him to look more like an actual piano rather than, you know, make him a guy with a device strapped on his head. Melody 5, in design terms, he still looks alright. Like, I like the weird scarf he has, even though I think it could be polished a lot more. Um, the things he has on his side ears and stuff are not bad. I just it still doesn't make sense of how he can create spears. Like back at I get it, like back at G-Von, specifically the bonus free of G-Von, like there's this one polo that is able to have the ability to like grow leaves and branches and trees and all that stuff very quickly. But with this guy, how can he create spheres out of nowhere in his animation? You could have just made him do like the do without the spheres and nothing would change. So yeah, overall the melodies sound a bit worse, but they don't sound bad at all. Just took a little downgrade a bit. So yeah, that's all I have to say about them. All right, now we get to the voices. Now, before we get to the voices, I want to say that the original ones weren't like the worst thing I ever heard. Like back then, I used to think that those sounded really bad, but I don't know. Looking back at them now, they weren't the worst thing I ever heard. In fact, College Knowledge kind of improved it a bit from the Deep Blue mod, and also Flow Studios' own version of Into the Pit. He still doesn't sound too good though, but at least he improved from there. So yeah, the voices were decent back then, at least. So are these voices going to have a big improvement? I'm not sure. Okay. Voice 1 is just this choir starter thing. Even though that doesn't make sense in of itself, but whatever. Alright. Have they improved the choir? Okay, they kind of improved the choir in a structure way. But he still doesn't sound... We are runners, we are makers, we're making good. Oh my god! Killing all the rules. Okay, why do the voices sound worse than they did before? Okay, so once again, the chore itself, like they improved it through structurally, but well, he still doesn't sound good, but at least they improved him through a structure kind of way. Why did they change the lyrics of the voices to sound that bad? Killing all the good. Oh my god, why do you sound worse? We are runners, we are makers, we're making good. Killing all the rules. It sounds so raspy now. Killing all the good. What happened here? Alright. Running through the sand, searching for the land. Okay. I look up to the stars and see a world in front of my eyes. We are owners, we are hunters for killing rules. You don't sound a lot better. Killing all the rules. Sounds very whiny. Killing all the good. Alright, let's try to mix them all together, shall we? We are runners, we are hunters for killing rules. Searching for the land. Killing all the rules. I look up to the stars. I look good. In front of my eyes. Okay. No more of that. Well, actually, let me do this a bit here. Alright. So overall, I don't like how the voices are changed. Like they sounded decent back then, but now they sound a lot worse. Why change them to sound like these cringy, wimpy, high-pitched vocals? Like, sure, I did criticize the voice too from the season's autumn for that, but at least it kind of fitted into the song in of itself. Well, the autumn mod. But here it's just, my god, I don't like how they sound now. Like, the chore still sounds like very lifeless and raspy, and now these guys have the same effect. It actually, I actually can't deal with it. Whatever, but all right. Anyways, let's there's a new bonus. We got like a feet thing for my god. All right. So let's watch the bonus. It kind of sounds soulless. Why don't you put like melodies in here? Oh, and also this guy. Okay. Alright. Okay. That was, alright. The visuals were great, but, that doesn't exactly make up for, it's, everything else. Like the, how it was, like, made with, like, the voice in it and stuff. So, yeah. So, did runners improve as a mod? At some parts, maybe yes, but at some parts, no. Like, I don't think it turned it into the worst thing in the entire world, but I also still won't, like, lie to you all that it's good, because obviously it is. It isn't. So, yeah, the last thing that I am going to do is trying to mix all of these sounds. So, wish me well.
Killing all the good. We are runners, we are makers, we're making good. Killing all the rules. Killing all the good. We are runners, we are hunters for killing rules. Killing all the rules. Killing all the good. I look up to the stars and see the
All right, that was all I could do. I okay, so update. I don't think okay, so I can definitely see how the voices can work,
we are runners,
but they still sound raspy.
we are runners.
They still sound raspy. Like they do mix, but on their own they still sound pretty bad. So yeah, that was it for the runners. So here's like my personal critiques that I will give for this mod. Like, why have the kick sound? Why have the kick sounds in the bass mod? In the bass sound. It honestly makes the kick sound itself kind of pointless, and you could just use the bass without the kick, since it could do both things at once, and that's not a good thing. What I do like about this mod, though, now, is it has this mod. Like, it has this sound, although you could easily move it in the melody section and nothing would change. I don't like how the voices sound now, especially the choir, like, nothing's changed about the sounds. The designs are still kind of lame, and I honestly think that they could redesign them to look a lot more interesting. So, yeah. Overall, nothing has changed about this mod that will make me remotely enjoy it. And to those people that's going to say, just like let people enjoy things. Like, I'm sorry, but just because something is like enjoyable, at least to you guys, that doesn't mean this mod is like good in any single way. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad mod. Like, it's like honestly a lot more better than the Deep Blue mod, but I don't know. I just at the end of the my god, I'm trying to speak English. At the end of the day, um it's still just a mediocre-ish kind of decent mod. And that's how it will honestly stay in my eyes. Unless they try to change this mod again, which I honestly doubt. I I don't know. I just don't feel it in this one. So yeah. And I also don't like how they implemented the desert theme into this mod. Like, why the heck add the desert to this mod? Why with the desert theme? Why not something like, I don't know, neon 80s black and white aesthetic kind of look to it in a neon city? Why have something like the desert? I don't think it works with something like with a song like The Runners. It's just it doesn't give me like the desert vibes, but more so like a neon city kind of vibes, to be honest. But yeah, overall that was my review for The Runners. And yeah, I'm not going to go back to this mod again, since it's just, I don't know, it's kind of just disappointing. But who knows? Maybe someone can make a better version of this mod, of the Runner song. I mean, so that's it. I gotta go. See y'all next time. Bye.